Let's be honest, it's easy to talk about loving our country, to feel a surge of pride when we hear the national anthem or see the tricolor flying high. But sometimes, loving our country means facing some uncomfortable realities. We chant Bharat Mata Ki Jai with passion, our voices echoing in stadiums and streets, believing we are honoring our motherland. But when we step outside, our streets often tell a very different story, one that's hard to ignore. Plastic bags flutter from tree branches, chip packets and bottles are scattered across the pavements, and pan stains mark the walls of our buildings, leaving behind a trail of neglect. We step over piles of filth, hold our breath as we pass overflowing garbage dumps, and somehow we've come to accept this as normal, as if it's just the way things are. But deep down, we have to ask ourselves, is this really the India we're proud of? Is this the legacy we want to leave behind? Our public spaces, parks, markets, and bus stops reflect a collective carelessness, a habit of ignoring what's right in front of us. Traffic is chaos, horns blare endlessly, bikes weave dangerously on footpaths, and cars block gates without a second thought for others. Inside our homes, we insist on cleanliness and order, but the moment we step outside, we treat the world beyond our doorstep as someone else's responsibility. This isn't just about dirt or garbage, it's about the respect we show for our country, for our neighbors, and for ourselves. It's about the values we practice, not just the ones we preach. Before we dream of greatness or talk about building a new India, we must first learn to respect the ground we walk on, the spaces we share, and the people around us. The journey to a better India doesn't start in government offices or on social media. It starts right here, on our streets, with each one of us choosing to care, to act, and to make a difference. Civic sense isn't complicated. It's not some abstract concept reserved for textbooks or lectures. In fact, it's something that touches our lives every single day, whether we realize it or not. At its core, civic sense is simply being aware that our actions affect everyone around us. It's about understanding that we share our cities, our streets, and our public spaces with millions of others. It's standing patiently in a queue, using a dustbin instead of the street, keeping noise down so others can rest, and respecting public spaces as if they were our own homes. These small acts, repeated by millions, create a huge impact. In countries we admire, civic sense is second nature. You see clean cities, orderly traffic, and people showing mutual respect for one another. It's not just about following rules, but about caring for the community. This isn't magic, it's culture, passed down from one generation to the next, taught from childhood by parents, teachers, and society at large. It's a habit, not a one-time effort. In India, we're often kind and considerate at home. But when we step outside, we sometimes become careless in public. The warmth we show to family doesn't always extend to strangers. This gap between our private ethics and our public behavior is at the heart of our civic challenges. It's a disconnect that holds us back from building better communities. Civic sense is about more than just rules. It's about health, safety, and the overall quality of life for everyone. It's about making our cities more livable and enjoyable for all. A nation's true progress is measured not just by its economy, but by how its citizens treat each other and their shared spaces. When we work together, we build a stronger, more united society. Civic sense is the foundation of a truly developed nation. It's the invisible thread that binds us together and helps us create a future we can all be proud of. At railway stations, chaos reigns. People push to get on before others get off. The rush is relentless, with everyone eager to reach their destination first, often forgetting basic courtesy. In the scramble, elderly people and children are left struggling, and the sense of order disappears in seconds. Forming a line would make things smoother, but we choose disorder. Instead of waiting patiently, we crowd around entrances and counters, believing that pushing ahead will get us there faster. This impatience only leads to more confusion and frustration for everyone involved. Noise is everywhere, loudspeakers, honking, celebrations, ignoring those who need peace. Our cities are filled with constant sound, from early morning till late at night. We rarely pause to consider how this affects students, patients, or the elderly who crave a moment of quiet. We vandalize public property, spit on walls, and treat shared spaces as no one's responsibility. Benches, bus stops, and parks are often left dirty or damaged, as if they belong to someone else, not to us all. Public toilets and monuments are quickly defaced. Graffiti, carvings, and filth turn places of pride into eyesores, erasing history and beauty with every careless act. We forget these are paid for by us, for us. Our taxes build and maintain these spaces, yet we treat them as if they are someone else's problem, not realizing the cost of neglect. Spitting in public isn't just disgusting, it spreads disease. It makes our streets unsanitary and unsafe, especially for children who play nearby and for those who clean up after us. These aren't small habits. Multiplied by millions, they create the ugly reality we all endure. What seems like a minor act becomes a massive problem when repeated by so many every single day. Our daily acts of disrespect shape the world we live in. The litter, the noise, the neglect, they all add up, making our cities less livable and our communities less welcoming. But it doesn't have to be this way. If each of us takes responsibility, even small changes can transform our shared spaces. It's time to change that. Why do we behave this way? In villages, social pressure kept us in check. In cities, anonymity makes us feel our actions don't matter. Our schools teach facts, not citizenship. Civic sense is just a forgotten chapter. VIP culture sets a bad example. When leaders break rules, so do we. The Chalta Hai attitude justifies our own carelessness. We focus on ourselves and our families, ignoring the wider community. This me-first mentality is at the heart of our civic crisis. We forget that society is connected. If one part suffers, all do. Our collective health depends on individual actions. It's easy to blame the system, but the problem and solution starts with us. The government didn't litter or spit, we did. Change begins with small conscious choices. Don't litter, don't honk unnecessarily, stand in line. These aren't heroic acts, but together, they're powerful. Make civic sense a family value. Teach by example. Leave public places cleaner than you found them. Encourage good behavior. Talk about it at home. When you keep your surroundings clean, you're helping yourself and your community. Let patriotism show in your actions, not just your words. Start today, one small change at a time. Be the change you want to see. Imagine an India where streets are clean, people are courteous, and order is the norm. This isn't a dream, it's possible if we change our mindset. We've achieved great things as a nation. Surely, we can master civic sense. True patriotism is shown in daily respect for our country and each other. Young people and communities are already leading the way. Join them. Let's make good civic sense a matter of pride. The future of India is in our hands, not just our leaders. We can complain or we can act. Let's build an India we're proud of, clean, orderly, and kind. It starts with you today.